Hey there, Brad Castro from GreatOptionTradingStrategies.com. I've got a great real-world trade example on SanDisk today that really illustrates how easy it is to sell puts or cover calls for income and create lucrative high-yield income pretty much out of thin air, and without taking stupid risks along the way or having to be right or else you're going to lose capital. And this isn't me cherry-picking a successful trade that's already safely closed either. This is a trade that we just entered on Friday, and so it's still open and theoretically anything can happen at this point. But I totally considered a heads we win, tails Mr. Market loses situation. And in this video, I want to show you why the trade made so much sense and how I 100% expect to come out ahead no matter what. And yes, this is an official trade I found for and shared with members of my private options selling membership site, the Leveraged Investing Club. And it's a new class of trades I introduced late last year inside the club that I call quick hit weeklies. So far, we have a 100% win rate on those, and I don't expect that to change anytime soon. Understandably, club members love these trades. Quick word about the Leveraged Investing Club before we get into today's trade on SanDisk and why I feel it was such a gift. This is not a sales pitch, I promise. In fact, if you wanted to join the Leveraged Investing Club today, you wouldn't be able to. But if anything we covered today intrigues you and you want to get a better feel for the club and our option selling approach and whether it might be a good opportunity and fit for you at some point down the road, the only way to do that is to download one or more of the many option selling resources I put together or sign up directly for my spam-free daily option tips and insights newsletter. And you can find those links in the description section and in the pinned comment below. The quick version here is that when you do join the club, whether you're a put seller or a covered call writer, I will teach you how to find great trade ideas, how to set them up, how to manage them, and when necessary, how to repair them so that even on your so-called bad trades, you almost always still walk away with okay to decent returns. Last year inside the club, we closed 46 official trades and all of them were profitable. In fact, 91.3% of them generated double or even triple digit annualized returns. Only 8.7% of them, or 4, produced single-digit annualized returns. I've also linked a downloadable PDF documenting those 2025 trades below for you to review. But even better than me teaching you how to find, set up, manage, and when necessary repair these trades, I actually do this for and with you. So yes, club members get a steady stream of trade ideas that I find, enter, manage, etc., and all in real time. Anytime I come up with a new trade idea inside the club, anytime I enter, adjust, or exit a position, I post inside the club and send out a real-time trade alert. And the best part, none of this is subscription-based. There's a one-time membership fee, and that's it. The club is yours for life. In fact, we still have active members who joined at the outset of the club 14 years ago. So yeah, it's a kick-ass community too, and you're not just going to get great trade ideas and support from me, you're also going to get great trade ideas and support from other club members. So again, if any of this sounds like something you might be interested in, I'd encourage you to download something from the Great Option Trading Strategies library page or sign up directly for the Daily Tips newsletter. I do let in a few new members per month, but only on a rotating basis and only from those who are signed up for the newsletter. You'll typically get 1, possibly 2 invites to join the Leveraged Investing Club per calendar year. Okay, so let me tell you about this gift of a trade on SanDisk that we just entered on Friday, January 30th, 2026. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you know that memory chip stocks like SanDisk, Micron, Western Digital, Seagate, etc. have just been on fire. Huge gains over the last year and more recently trading parabolically higher, or basically just straight up. As the massive AI infrastructure build-out has accelerated, there's a major shortage of memory. So these businesses have an incredible tailwind, more demand than they can handle, and increasing pricing power. So SanDisk reported earnings last Thursday after the market closed and just crushed it, and also projected very strong growth ahead. Interestingly, however, after gapping higher on the Friday open and trading all the way up to around the $675 share price level, SanDisk then started giving back those early gains as the session progressed. I monitored the stock for a while, and at one point it looked like SanDisk may have been stabilizing in the low 590s. That's when I entered my trade, posted inside the club, and sent out a real-time trade alert to club members. Now, as you can see in this chart, I saw a ton of likely technical support at the $500 share price level. Additionally, and you always have to take analyst upgrades and downgrades with a big grain of salt, but analysts were falling all over each other, raising price targets. Raymond James raised their price target to $725, Goldman Sachs raised theirs to $700, Bank of America raised theirs to $850, and Bernstein raised theirs all the way to $1,000. Okay, so with SanDisk trading at $592.65 a share, I sold to open a single SanDisk February 6th, 2026, or 1 week out, $500 put for $5.80 a contract. After commissions and fees, I $579.54 in net premium for a 60.44% annualized rate projected over the following 7 days, based on a $50,000 cash secured put basis. Quick side note, I always track returns and performance on a cash secured basis and with the annualized metric, because to me, it's the most honest and accurate way of gauging how fast or slow your money's making more of itself. But on a margin basis, which fluctuates as the underlying share price fluctuates, so far this position is only taking up $5,000 to $8,000 to secure. Also, had I wanted to, I could have constructed the same trade as a buy right covered call by buying 100 shares at that $592.65 share price and then selling an in the money $500 covered call, and it would have gotten roughly the same returns when everything netted out. Now, I don't want to go into all that here, but I've linked below my deep dive video on covered calls and cash secured puts, where I drill down and show you how selling puts and covered calls are basically 98% the same trade. But the point is, if you're more comfortable or experienced with covered calls, this same trade could have been done with covered calls. Now, as I said at the outset, I consider this trade to be a gift for Mr. Market. And I see it as a total heads we win, tails Mr. Market loses situation. So here's the heads version. Really consider how likely it is that SanDisk will be trading below $500 a share by this upcoming Friday. As we already saw, $500 is a key support level. That's the level the stock was bumping up against before finally breaking through a couple trading sessions before the earnings release. And on the session close before the earnings release, SanDisk was trading just a whisker below $540 a share. And then the company reports blowout earnings, massive margin expansion, and huge demand for their product for at least the next 2 years. So in order for this trade to get into any kind of trouble, not only would the stock have to be trading back below where it had been trading right before blowout earnings and blowout guidance, or around $540 a share, but then it would have to tumble another 7.5% to even test that $500 key support level, and then that key support level would have to fail, and all within a week's time. And oh yeah, the forward PE at those levels would be well below 10. But who knows? Crazier things have happened, I suppose. So let's consider the tails version. In the very unlikely event that this one goes south on us, SanDisk option premiums are crazy high, and there should be no issue rolling the position down and out to a lower strike price for continued net premium as many times as we need to. And we probably only have to go out a week or two at a time as well. Again, I think that's very unlikely, but what I love about selling options versus buying them is I don't have to be right. I can be wrong, and I frequently am, and yet I still make money. When option selling is done right, it's not trading, it's not investing, it's not gambling. It's simply a very, very good business model. And honestly, I hope SanDisk bounces around the $550 to $600 level for an extended period of time, because I would love to repeatedly sell $500 puts on the stock for as long as possible. Okay, that's the setup. And I want us to have some fun with this. I think you should monitor how SanDisk trades this week and see if that $500 level holds. And I'll provide an update next week regardless of how things play out. And in the meantime, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on this or other great content. And of course, if at some point you want me tracking down other lucrative heads you win, tails Mr. Market loses trades for you week after week after week, definitely make sure you're subscribed to the Daily Options Tips and Insights newsletter, which again, you can do so directly or by downloading any of the free ebooks, special reports, or strategy guides on the Great Option Trading Strategies downloadable library page. Okay, until next time.